clean sheet, 3 points. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year indeed. Yeah, look, a really, really good professional performance. We said at half time that for as well as we've played, it doesn't really matter if we're not clinical enough in front of goal, and that was probably the biggest regret with the first 45 minutes. I thought we could just have that cutting edge in front of goal, because we created 4 or 5 really good chances. So the second half, look, we started in blistering in form, and obviously the goal is a bit soft on their part, but we've still had the nous to go and close down the keeper and follow it up. So but above all else, it was a really, really good performance on what can be a tricky day like New Year's Eve, and you've got Christmas Day, and the boys are not paid enough to not celebrate those occasions, so it can sometimes be a bit of survival of the fittest. But credit to the boys, I thought they were brilliant today.
Do you feel that your team looked like a team gunning for promotion today against the Thatcham side, who have been on good form?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the stats, I think the last 6 games we're head to head with the 2 informed teams. So we knew it was going to be tough, and obviously you've seen other results today. The likes of Merston drawing with Walton and Hersham, and it's the league, you know. Like we don't really pay too much attention to the league table. Obviously we want to be creeping up as high as we can, and that's important, but in terms of personnel, that it doesn't matter if you're 10th, 2nd or 20th at the moment. Everyone can beat everyone, so it's just important that we maintain our level and keep getting better. But today certainly was a good indication of that, with the players coming on. Look, when you make 3 changes in semi-quick succession, sometimes it can upset the rhythm, but everyone to a man played their part today. Marcio was great, Brody had some really nice moments, and how good was it seeing Don J Brown back out there. So a lot to like today, and obviously Scotty Armsworth, Stephen Brown, Ashley Outwell, we're getting better, which is great.
Well, you've said it there, a lot of players have been injured this season, and a lot of them starting to come back or get close to coming back. You're going to have quite a squad on your hands in a few weeks at the time.
Yeah, look, we've got difficult decisions to make on a squad level, let alone a starting 11. The likes of Anton Rogers, James Howarth, who haven't made the squad today, Aidan, obviously Stefan's still struggling a bit. So look, we've worked really hard in terms of recruitment in depth, and I think that's been a bit of success. Obviously, when everyone's fit, there's some difficult questions that I've got to answer, but it's why I do my job and I enjoy it. I'd much rather have difficult questions than trying to find difficult answers. So we're in a good shape. We've got good boys coming back in, and it just means that whilst I'm not a huge fan of rotation as a rule, it does mean that we can keep players fresh, and competition for places is going to be massive.
With the postponements, it ended up being about 1 game in a month before this one. So in terms of how much of a factor that was, you must be really pleased with players just hitting the ground running straight away.
Huge. Yeah, I would sadly, Mrs. will kill me, I would have missed the Binfield game, because fortunately I became a father last week, which has been a crazy week for me, and I've got to do a shout out to the wife, because she's been unbelievable the last couple of days to allow me to prepare for this game. So it's been a crazy couple of weeks on a personal level, but we trust the boys. You know, we said in there after the game that this can be a tricky period where, of course, lads are going to go out New Year's Eve and celebrate and stuff, but to come here and put on that type of performance as though they've had a game a week for the past God knows how long is brilliant. It was a shame the Binfield game was called off, but it is what it is. Obviously they tried their best to get it on, and that's going to happen at this level, unfortunately. So hopefully we can maintain the standards in which we kept today, and that's going to be a key indicator going forward to whatever we can do this year.
And you have the opposite problem coming into January now, with the rearranged games coming in towards the end of the month, so you'll have a chance to try and use that depth of squad if they're all coming 100%.
Back there. And it's why we had that depth. That you'll remember last year there were moments where we played Chertsey at home, and as talented as the boys are, we had John Boardman and Brad Wilson at centre halves, and it's because we didn't have the depth. So this year the questions that are being asked of me are very different, but it's a much nicer conversation to be having on who do you leave out because of talent than who do you get in because we're low. So we're really pleased with where we are and what we're doing, and you're right, I actually quite like that rhythm of Saturday, Tuesday, particularly when you've got the quality that we have. You look at Scotty Armsworth, Sam Argent, both didn't get on today, so they're fresh as a daisy. But it's we've come up against a really good side today, where other teams have dropped points around us, and it's been made a really, really good day for a whole host of reasons, and incredibly proud of this club and the work that the boys have continued to put in.
And Bedfont away next. That was one of our best performances of the season. Last season was Bedfont away. A performance like this leading into it, does that just kind of have everyone chomping at the bit for that one?
Yeah, I think part of it's competition for places. Look, everyone that started today should be asking a question of me next week, like I should be in the starting lineup, and it's a fair question. It's not always the end result, but and that's what we want. We want boys that are going to put on a performance that demands good questions of me and saying, look, I should be starting. And again, when you look at the likes of Dre coming back in, Ashley Outwell, we've got some real good competition for places. So yeah, it sets us up nicely for a game. And I have to admit, we were a little disappointed with our performance levels on the opening day of the season. I think we could have done more to win that game. So we've got a bit of a wrong to right. In that sense, but Bedfont have been picking up points more recently, and they've got a great striker in Evans. So there's people will be bored of me saying it, but there's never an easy game in this league. But as long as we can continue to do what we're good at and concentrate on ourselves, we can have some fun this year.
Thank you very much, Dan. Cheers.
Happy New Year. Cheers, mate.